1 year ago this week, I hit the record button on my crappy little S9 with only 60 gigabytes of space. I had absolutely no idea how to edit, had no idea how to present myself. I had no idea how to build a channel, period. I had no idea what the heck I was doing. Some days I still don't. But the delusional me, I thought that if you just recorded, uploaded, and then in a couple months you're going to be monetized and making money. Build it and they will come type of scenario. And yeah, no, it's not usually how it works. Now 1 year in, I have over 330 videos, over 300 subscribers, over 2 channels. One of those channels I no longer upload on because I found out working myself too hard. And I was getting into a wonderful community and actually making some good online friends. But today I sit here having to think the hard questions. It's been 1 year. Should I keep going? Why am I holding myself back? Or am I just burned out from all of this? Do I look back and see how far I've come and then looking forward and see how much further I have to go? This year's changed me, and even though I look back and see how far I've come, how much I've learned, as I look forward, I see how much further I have to go. I can't even see the peak of that mountain that I have to scale. And it makes me tired just looking and knowing how much further I have to go to get where I want to be, which is monetization that most people start these YouTube things to get going. It's still a ways away. There's so much more I need to learn, and there's so many more gaps I need to fill in. It is easy to just let the feelings of not being able to do it, being overwhelmed, and saying, well, I tried. But maybe, just maybe, this is where you realize if you just give yourself a chance, this is where your real story begins. So just give yourself that chance. So welcome to all my beautiful fools out there who took a chance on nobody, and all those beautiful fools who keep coming back because they want to see where this squirrel train is going to end up. Welcome to the painful life. Okay, let's talk about some of the whys that you started this channel. And are those whys still relevant today? Do you still have the same drive and of why you started this channel, whatever channel you might have, or if you're starting to start a channel? Why did you want to start? Me, well, one, like everybody who starts these things more often than not, if it's not a family channel, is to get monetized, to make a little money on the site, to help yourself out. Maybe even go from a full-time job to having this as your full-time job, or even do whatever you love and filming it and making videos and then having more money coming in with the stuff that you already love and having this as a platform to show your talent. Me, I wanted this channel to get monetized, yeah. I wanted this channel to learn the technology of today. And I also wanted to leave a legacy for myself. I don't have kids. I don't have family who are gonna, well, they'll remember me and stuff, but they don't live with me the day to day. I have smaller memories that I have with my family, my nieces, my nephew, my cousins. And so I want to build a legacy for myself and for others that I was here. I was a person. I had feelings. I had artistic endeavors. I had my everyday life, and I had my struggles. I want to leave that so when I get old, and if I end up going through the same problems that my mom did with dementia or Alzheimer's or Lou Gehrig's, or we're not entirely sure what it was, but I want to leave a legacy and a memory for myself and for others of what I was like before the end. And sometimes that's what you need to do, because life can be hard. And doing these YouTubes, you're showing a better side of yourself. Sometimes people are very honest, and sometimes those honesties can get themselves in trouble. But that is the reason I started this channel, to learn new things, to teach myself that I am not stupid, that I can learn new things. And along the way, I realized that there are things that I end up self-sabotaging myself and realizing that there might be other things going on in my life, in my health, and in my head that I need to address if I want to make this work. And that is what I've been doing this last year. Getting diagnosed ADHD, starting to take the medication and talking to a therapist and help working through some of these things and realizing some of the stuff that I do and finding ways around it or making it part of who I am and owning it. And we doing Toastmasters to help me with speaking, hopefully getting monetized and maybe finding a product that I can enjoy doing and selling, that type of stuff. So that is my why. What is your why for starting your channel? Please leave that in the description or make your own video. I don't care if you've done the same type of videos or others. Make your own why video or your year video or your 10-year video. Or, you just got started and it's been a month out and this is what I've learned so far. I want to see that video. And give me a link for it. Tell me, hey, I made this why video. I want to see your why. Number 2, what is your reason for coming back? For keep coming after not really fulfilling what you originally planned? Like, if you actually fulfilled something and you started it, what was it that kept you coming back? To keep coming and filming the same type of videos if you've got a really tight niche? Is it still really satisfying? And it keeps you wanting to make more videos and looking for more twists and turns on those types of videos. Me, what keeps me coming back after it's been a full year and I have not gotten my 1,000 subscribers and I have not gotten my 4,000 watch hours. I'm still working on it. But it's been 1 year. That means whatever type of views I've gotten a year before, they're starting to drop off. Luckily, that was only my budgeting channel, and I'm not really doing anything on my budgeting channel, so if I restart my budgeting channel, I will be starting it from scratch. Now, I might do that if I get this thing monetized, and then whatever money I get coming out of this, I can use it for the budgeting channel. And then maybe doing some budgeting channel artwork type of stuff that people can buy and use for that type of stuff. I could end up doing that. But right now, I'm working on this channel trying to get its 1,000 subscribers. And it's 4,000 watch hours. And I've got more watch hours now than I do subscribers because I've been adding a lot more lives in it, which is good. But one of the main reasons I keep coming back to this making films over and over with when hardly anybody's watching, well, I might only get 20 to 30 views on this, and a lot of times they're not even watching all the way through, is it keeps me finishing projects. Like I mentioned before, I just barely got diagnosed with ADHD, and I'm trying to figure this stuff out at 46. Oh, sorry, 47. I just had my birthday. I'm getting older. And I find doing these channels and doing these art projects and filming them, it causes me to progress in my art challenges or even just everyday things, filming and learning new things, learning how to edit, trying to see where I need to improve on my channel. I need to do more new banners, new intros, new outros, and that type of stuff. And so it keeps me coming back and learning, keeps my mind going, and it keeps me finishing projects. So I don't have like hundreds of projects that I got started and never freaking finished. I still do, but hopefully I will get back to them. And it's like my last live stream, it took me a month and a half to finish that freaking temple. It's a beautiful temple, and it was a beautiful drawing, but I probably would not have finished it if I didn't have myself live streaming, because even though not a lot of people watched it, I watched it afterward, and I'd go back and see the progress on it, the shadowing, and just within one whole, sorry, I'm trying to figure out a new logo, projects. Even though I am trying to figure out shadowing and ink and stuff, and that project took about a month, I actually see the difference process that I was been doing in between it, learning how to do shadowing. From the very beginning of it, where it's a little more sloppy, to figuring out the angles, the windows, and all that type of stuff. So it's a way for me to continue learning and showing my work to myself and showing that, yes, I did learn. And if I did something, I find that, sometimes I'll do something and I have absolutely no freaking clue how I did it. At least now it's filmed and I can go back and go, oh, this is what I was doing. And this is how I did it. And so it's awesome having these videos to help train yourself, really, and to keep you coming back and staying motivated, because you have to put a video out. Well, you don't have to. You can be lazy and skip a video. But if you've made a determination that you're going to do at least one video a week and then one short a week, it keeps your progressing. Hopefully that makes sense. But so tell me, what is your why? What keeps you coming back to doing videos? And is it still the same why that you started with? Be it a month ago, be it a year ago, be it 10 years ago. What is your why for keep coming back and putting out the videos and putting out the time and effort to put up those videos? Number 3, do you still find joy in creating videos? Or do you end up procrastinating so much that you start dreading that you have to get a video out because tomorrow is Friday or tomorrow is the day you plan to do it, and you've written down the stuff, but you're not really gung-ho to do it? Or else you might even have filmed it, but now you have to do the editing, and you know that video was like 50 minutes and you're going to have to try to cut it down into like 20 to 30 minutes. And so you just keep procrastinating because you know that's going to take you 3 or 4 hours. Unless you just kind of pick a point here and pick a point there and speed it up and add music and voila, you got a video. Or if you actually want to cut up so it actually sounds like you're talking through the video and doing a little teaching within the video. It can be very overwhelming, especially if you, like me, are ADHD and have a tendency to procrastinate or get subtracted. You get subtracted very easily. You get distracted very easily because you got squirrel brain. I got to do the dishes, but if I do the dishes, I got to do the floor. If I do the floor, well, then I got to make sure I do anything on top of the floor because all that stuff's going to end up on the floor, so I have to do that. Oh, and if I'm going to clean the floors, I got to clean the rabbit's rooms because she's got little poop pellets all over the freaking place because she's a freaking rabbit. Oh, and if I do that, well, then I'm going to have to change out all of her litter boxes because, I've been avoiding it because I didn't want to clean her room, because if I clean her room, I'd have to clean her litter boxes. Oh, and then I have to clean the hallway because she likes to just run through there. And then, I have to vacuum because I forgot her in the living room, and now there's chewed up things everywhere. And by the end of the day, you're last thing you want to do is edit because your brain just won't shut up. I don't even know if I said the number 3, but yeah, do you find joy or do you find it draining? Now, I still find joy in the filming and the videos once I get them up and edited and get them thumbnails. It's one thing I want to work on is thumbnails. But once I get everything up and the channel, I actually enjoy watching because this is done. It's time for me to sit back and watch my my effort and see where I can improve. And then hopefully add those improvements into the next video. But then I end up procrastinating and it just spirals. And so hopefully down the road, I will find some ways to keep myself from procrastinating so I can actually enjoy the process of making videos a lot better and taking the time to add more things in and finding ways to make it easier so I'm less likely to find reasons not to do it. Because I will procrastinate till the very last minute and then I end up cutting corners and the video is not as good as I had originally hoped. That's one of my biggest issues is my procrastination. And then trying to scramble to find a video. And it's always going back to the easy stuff. I'll just draw something and then put some music to it. It's simple. It's meditative for me and it's joyful for me, but I don't really teach anybody anything. It's just a pleasant video to play in the background type of thing, which is fine. There's plenty of videos I just love to have in the background when I'm doing things. So what areas are you having trouble in? Is it the coming up with the videos? Is it the procrastination? Is it the studying or getting all the information in one spot, getting it all written down, then having the energy to actually follow through? So let me know, what areas do you have the hardest part or hardest time fulfilling when you start, and then it just makes it not as fun anymore. Number 4, are you afraid of being seen or are you afraid of not being seen? Now, I want to be monetized. I want to have those 1,000 subscribers. I want to have the 4,000 watch hours. I want to get, you know, money coming in and having more than, actually, I want more than 1,000 subscribers. But I'm afraid, I am afraid of those 1,000 subscribers. What if I end up attracting a troll? I know there's certain types of platforms that they're really easy to get. All the different influencers and stuff, you say one thing and then down the road it's like they say something else, and you know, it's some of the people out there can be really nasty. And also just the overabundance of people. It's like I'm always afraid that if I'm getting thousands of comments and stuff and trying to keep up with all that, also doing a full-time job as well on top of it, I feel like I'm going to let them down. And so it'd be easier just not to get monetized, because then I won't have as many people commenting or liking or sharing and stuff, and having to stay on top of all of that communication. And, you know, I guess in my regulars, I might feel like I'm letting them down as well, because I have to focus on the new people as well. And it's very overwhelming, because you have all these different people who are watching what you do and judging you for things that are outside your control or their control. And because everybody has their own life to live and have different circumstances and stuff, you know, my life might seem quite idyllic to some other people who have gone through hell. And how do you comment to somebody who's having a really hard time when you are not? And it's very scary to try to be a face of something or someone or some sort of movement, and without getting too far overhead, like, you know, DoorDash or DoDash or whatever, and some of these other ones who blow up really, really fast out of nowhere, and then it just gets so overwhelming. And I'm afraid that I won't be able to give people what they need. And then I'll end up pulling back, because I do have a tendency to, when I get overstressed and things, I just disappear and I pull back and I don't communicate for weeks or months on end. And then I start doing well, if I haven't communicated, they're going to think I hate them or something like that. And then why start and stuff? Because then I'm going to have to apologize for being me and kind of wacky in the head some days. And it's just a lot of your own mind getting in your way. And then you end up tricking yourself to not to do the things that you know and you need to do to get your channel monetized. Because you end up psyching yourself out because of all the what ifs in the world, and the what ifs that, you know, if I do this, then this is going to happen, and then this is going to happen, and then they're going to get a troll and they're going to dox me and all the other fun stuff that you see on YouTube. And it's like, you kind of get yourself psyched out, and then you find ways to not be the honest and start wearing that mask and being something that you're not, because of your being afraid of what others is going to think. And, you know, me being a Gen Xer, I always say, I don't care. I don't care what others think. But even us who are the biggest, don't care what other people say or do in their life, we do. Because every day is a little different. And one day is just like, I don't care. They have their own issues. I don't need to deal with their issues. And other days you're like, oh, I got to fix their issues. And especially being a girl, our days change like weekly, hourly, monthly, and it's like, we're like, we want to care for everybody in the whole world. The other days you're just like, you know, screw you. You have your own issues. You go deal with your own issues, I'll deal with mine. So what is, now that I've gone off on a tangent, my brain just stalled, sorry. So are you afraid of being seen or not being seen? Or about all what ifs in your head if you become seen or you go viral? What are some of the stuff that you worry about at night, or, you know, when you're uploading the next video? This is going to be awesome. This is going to go viral. This is going to make me seen, and then I'm going to have to deal with all this other crap. Because trust me, I know people, there's a lot of ADHD people like us out there, and autistic and other neurodivergent people out there, and our brains just like to take us off on adventures that we have no freaking clue where we're going to end up. Number 5, do you have ideas for videos and then you never follow through? And do you hope to change these things for the future? Because you've come this far and you have all these videos that you might have wanted to start when you first started. Now, can you add some of these videos into your new channel or your new niche that you might have started months ago. When I first started, I had a computer with just lists of like how to ideas for videos. I've had ideas for like monetization style videos that you see out there all the time. How to get your channel monetized, and all the talking head type of videos, and then other types of like 30-day challenges. And this is what I'm gonna get. I had like files upon files in some of my computers, and not to mention all the notebooks I had, all the different ideas for videos that I had written down, took the time to actually make them. You took the time to study these different types of fields or how-dos and watched all the videos and took all the notes, and then you don't follow through. Because those are some of the things I have been dealing with this last year, is the follow through, like I mentioned before. And do you have a lot of these videos or all these huge plans? You might have a full year of things, but then your channel kind of changed on you, and you're like, you haven't even gone back to look at those how-tos or those ideas for videos to see if you can morph them into something that will be in your niche. That's probably something I would probably need to go back on and check out some of these ideas for videos that I already have fleshed out that I can actually reuse for an art channel. Because there's so many things that I've gotten started, and like I'd spend a whole day because I'd get zoned in on things and writing down all the stuff in my computer and looking up topics and looking up like videos of how to do this, how to get your thing monetized and all that fun stuff. And I almost get to the point of making a video, but then I just stop. I don't know if that is like from some of the fears of being seen from the previous one, staying motivated, if it's no longer in my why, or if it's just stuff that I thought I had to put out because everybody else is putting out the same type of videos. And do I want to put out the same videos that other people are putting out? Like this one, it is one of those 1 year, this is what I learn type of videos. And some days I kind of feel like I'm just following in the footsteps of everybody else and copying what they're doing. But at the same time, my thought patterns and what I think of is completely different. So my point of view might be completely different from them's. But at the same of them, have you ever watched some of my videos and you realize I said a word that I didn't catch before that's completely off, not the right word? I watched some of my, especially my lives. I rewatched some of my lives afterward, and oh my gosh, my verbal dyslexia is just always fun. So the question is, do you leave steam? Do you lose steam on some of your topics that you want to get started? Or do you end up coming back to them after? You know, like you might get all this stuff done and then you lose track. You don't want to do it right then, but you do end up coming back to it. Or do you just like do something entirely different because it's going to take too much effort? Number 6, much like the why of why you started this channel, where do you see your channel going from here? All right, I'm actually just going to read this right off my paper because it is kind of a paragraph and I know I'm going to get lost in it. So you're going to actually see me reading off my paper. I try not to because you can always tell when somebody's reading and it's kind of, it loses the ability to be like you're talking to somebody and talking to that one person out there. But I'm going to do this one because this is actually pretty important to me. You know, what I want to see my channel being in the future, some of my goals and that type of stuff. And if you have been on the channel or if you have a channel for any amount of time, these are some of the stuff you really need to sit down and just, even if you don't do a video about it, just to sit down and write some of these questions and have an honest conversation with yourself. So, you know, moving forward, number 6, the last one, moving forward, what does this success look like and where do you want the channel to end up? And that is a very important question. Or you just keep doing the same stuff over and over, or because it's the easy thing to do, or is there actually somewhere you want this channel to go or things you want to learn from this channel? Mine is, I want to work through my issues and making and following through easier. I want to continue to learn to work towards monetization and grow a supportive and honest community, willing to help each other. I would like to come up with a way to sell and learn to be a businesswoman. And this is just some of the stuff I just having a honest sit down with myself of what I really want and what you might want to see for your channel. It's like one of my biggest issues, like I've been talking to you before, is my follow through. I have all these ideas bouncing around in my head. Sometimes I even get them written down and fleshed out, but then the follow through is just not there. And I want to find ways to make it easier for me to follow through. And hopefully I've been taking those steps this last year, talking to my doctors, thinking I might be ADHD and stuff, and him going, okay, well, and the next time you come in and we'll take a test and see where you are. And it's like normal people are normally 36 on the scale that they do, and I came out as an 86. And I've had some tests before, and I come out anywhere between my 80s to 110. And so it's like, he goes, yeah, we'll start on some medication, some of the generic stuff. We'll start really, really low. And he hooked me up with a therapist as well, so I can actually talk through some of these issues who are outside my family and stuff. Because when you have family who see everything that you're doing day in, day out, they don't really, they're used to it. And if they have their own issues, they don't want to kind of deal with it. So it's always good to have somebody outside your family to talk to when you're trying to change your habits, be it bad habits, good habits, or just building better habits. And so it's good to use the tools that are out there. Don't use them as crutches, but use them as tools to help you get better at your life. And I want to continue to learn to work towards monetization, of course. I like this channel to be a second income. So, me working with me being a bus driver is more of a part-time job, and I end up having to do Uber to try to come up with the extra stuff. I'd rather have this be the extra income coming in besides Uber, because Uber is not dependable. This is not dependable, but once you get a big enough people, AdSense and Amazon affiliates and any other types of things you might be able to monetize, get monetization for, I would like it to be this channel to be able to support me and my dad and be able to make a better life for myself. I don't need to make millions of dollars. I don't need to make 5 or 6 digits. I just want to make enough to pay everything off, upgrade my house, go on some vacations and stuff. I don't have to it'd be nice to have a lot more income coming in. So it's a lot, you can build up your emergency fund and that type of stuff. But really, I just want to get paid for my efforts, basically. I want to get paid for my efforts, the time and effort that I put in to learn this type of stuff. When you get a money or money coming towards you, if you get money coming in, it kind of shows and validates that I'm doing something right. And either I'm going to continue doing what I'm doing and just kind of surf along, or I can up it and try to get more income coming in, try some different things and that type of stuff. And so that's what I really want to do. I want to get paid for my efforts. Most people want to get paid for the effort they put in. If they're not making a family vlog, their dream is to be able to get paid. You might say, oh, I don't care about getting paid. Really, people, if they're putting in time and effort. This is like a second job. You want to get paid for your second job. You don't want to do a full-time intern for your job. So, last question. What do you see in your channel? What do you want to have your channel become? If you're in a certain niche or genre, do you want to tighten down that niche? Or do you want to build some product that you can put out there to people to buy, be it other art, like me, it would be an art, buy some of my finished product, or is there like having your name on some art products and selling those as well. Because I see people who do that as well. And there's a lot of different ways that you can end up getting money from your channel and stuff. And at the end of the day, I want to get paid for my effort. I want to have something that I can look back on when I'm older and say, you know, some of the stuff she did was pretty stupid, but at the other times, she actually learned a lot of stuff. I want my nieces and my nephews to say, yeah, my aunt's a YouTuber. She gets paid. And that's one of her second jobs. She started, she quit her trucking job and started busting, and then took the time from the downtime, and she would use that to learn how to do something new, and now she's getting paid off of YouTube. That'd be awesome. So you let me know how long you've been on your YouTube journey. Are you just getting started? Are you a month in, 2 months in? Are you a year in? Have you started and stopped? What do you want for your channel? I want to know. Make a video. I'd love to see the video. Put a comment in the comment center. I always call it the comment center. Put it in the description, or not the description, my description. Put it in the comments. Let me know what you see for your channel moving on, and how far you've come, and some of the issues that you've seen over time. I'll have to write those questions in my comments and pin it or something like that. And let's just have a little conversation, an honest conversation. It's been 1 year out. It's been 6 months out. It's been 2 years out. I am monetized. These are the things that got me monetized. This is the stuff I had to change to get monetized. I'm still not monetized. I really don't care, because this is mainly for a vlog type of thing for my family and a couple friends. I want to hear your story in my comments. So thank you for joining me. I have some other videos from the beginning of this one, The Painful Life, which is what you're watching, from everyday 30-day challenges up to my later ones where I transferred into an art channel. So if you like the art and stuff, you hopefully down the line I'll start doing some how-to videos, starting to figure it out a little bit. Actually, I might do a how to draw an animal when you've never drawn it before. Tips and tricks and stuff. Might draw me a bear. I've never drawn a bear, so I might take some of the things that I've been learning and doing and put a little video out, and let's see if we can draw a bear when we've never drawn one before, and with these little tips and tricks. But so make a video, show me what you got. I don't like that. I should have written an outro. Oh well, I'll get there. Thank you for joining me. Painful Life. See you next time. Love y'all. Bye. It is not a good frame. Yeah, no. Pause, look dumbly into space. The knowledge, the technology, get the words. Try to find not the history, not the technology, the study. I'm studying.